Why do I always feel like somebody's watching me? That song is playing in my head over and over and over again. And I can't help but to feel a little like this is needing to get out into the air here. So, with that song, I really get a sense of look, I didn't even turn on my beautiful lights behind me. Let me do that. There we go. Okay. So I get a sense that there's literally somebody who has attached themselves to you. So they like, and I see them just like looking at your profile, looking at your pictures, looking at your videos over and over and over again, almost like in an obsessive nature, is what I'm feeling. So, someone here has someone who's always watching them. Um, so let's look into that, Spirit. I'm very curious, and I'm going to be honest, the energy's a little icky. It feels icky. So I've been selenite wanding myself. I've got my selenite wand here. I'm actually going to do that right now because I feel this icky feeling, and it's because I feel that there's like an attachment, um and whoever this is that is attached to you has to know everything like they want to know everything about you. They want to know where you've been, what you're doing, how you're acting, what like it's just like they're all up in your business. And I see that there's a reason for that. Wow, my cards are all kinds of not right. So I'm going to take a moment to make sure they're all upright before I get started. I painted the tops of my card red so I would know what the top of the cards were. And so with that, I know with that they're not all upright. I'm going into that because that feels like a message that there is an obvious sign. That's interesting. That is, it's like there's red flags here. There's an obvious sign that something's off, something's out of balance, turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there and tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. All right, so I don't know, guys. When it comes, it comes. Let me turn this deck up right. Okay, as I am continuing to go through the deck, though, I noticed that the Emperor and Empress were literally together in the deck as I'm going through it now. What I'm doing is just making sure they're all upright, going through each card. And the Empress and Emperor were right next to each other. Like, what are the odds, you know? So I definitely feel that divine feminine, divine masculine energy here. And we are on a journey. Yeah, let me tell you a story about how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. So yeah, we're telling a story right now. So let's begin. Spirit 343 344 on the clock. All right, we're starting off with the Hermit and the High Priestess. My goodness. So that tells me that they're okay. I'm trying to figure out what person I want to talk to. All right. Okay. Okay. So Spirit keeps saying collective. So I need to talk to the collective. I was trying to do I do first person, second person, third person perspective here. So they want me to talk to you. All right. So that's actually second person when the narrator of a story is talking directly to the audience and you use you walk into the forest, that is second person, which not a lot of stories are written that way. Most stories are written first person, third person, and then there's different categories under those that stories can go into. So I wrote my story, all the 7 things, right back there from third person, telling the thoughts of all of the characters, So what is this about second person? What's this perspective? First person would be you. You are the person experiencing the story and telling it in your point of view. There it is. So the message behind that is being able to look at stories from all perspectives. Yeah, because you're living your life, right? So you see things the way you see things. You are living from a first person point of view. When you try to explain things to people, and you want them to experience what you're experiencing, you say, imagine if you blah blah blah, imagine if you got stung by a bee, between your fingers. I don't know if that happened to somebody. So, or between your toes. I just feel like between the fingers, like that soft, cushy skin between the fingers. Anyways, and so you say you, because you want them to feel what you were feeling, right? And then third person is being able to relate the feelings and thoughts of everyone. So I feel like there's this building up that's happening where you've experienced something in life now, and so you're able to share your experiences with people because you've learned and healed from them. My cat Tweak is meowing over here. Usually that doesn't happen during a reading. So to me that is a sign. I also just got very aware of the time. So okay, I looked down at the clock just to make sure I was recording. 7:02 when I looked down at the timer. 7 being a very spiritual number. So I do feel that you are coming into balance with your connection to spirit. I'm hearing that you're coming into what you're truly capable of by connecting to spirit. Okay. Let me there we go. All right. So the Hermit and the High Priestess. So I'm getting reminded of the fast and the days in the desert that Jesus went to. Buddha also went away to be alone and really connect with spirit. But I'm hearing somebody saying it's impossible to do that nowadays. You don't have to go on a 40 days and 40 nights adventure alone. You can if you really want to. I think the reason theirs was so intense is because they were trying to, what's the word? They were trying to awaken is what comes. They were trying to ascend rapidly. They were trying to prove and make sure that they are calibrated and aligned to where they needed to be in order to spread the message that they wanted to spread. So I'm getting that theirs was like a hyperdrive mode. And that's why they did those long stints of time without anything or anyone and just all alone, left everybody and went off on their own. Whereas the people I'm tuning into, that's not really an option in your eyes. That's not something you even want to do. So your ascension is happening slower. Okay. You're not going to be at Jesus and Buddha level, in a month's time, your evolution is taking a lot longer. And so I just feel that you're on your way to that, to this spiritual elevation point. I don't know. I feel the energy of you feeling like there's this point where you're like, yes, I made it, but that's never gonna be there. That's what Spirit's wanting to tell you, is that point's never gonna come. You're never gonna be going, oh, I made it. You will look back and go, oh, I've come really far. Like, I've done a lot. I've made a lot of progress, but there's always going to be evolution, growth, healing. Okay. And when you are to the point that you have healed everything, who knows what happens then? Maybe you ascend to angel level. Who knows? I started watching Touched by an Angel the other day, and it was like, wow. So if angels are truly something we can ascend or evolve into, how amazing would that be? Who knows what goes beyond our purpose here on earth. So that's what this energy is you really looking into your connection with spirit, your intuition, your understanding of the spiritual nature of things and energy I'm getting. So yeah. All right, let's keep going here. My cat just knocked something over. I have no idea what. I think it might have been a chair. I don't hear anybody whining or screaming, but I'm going to go check it out anyways just to see what happened. Yeah, the energy in my house right now is a little nuts. I'm going to be honest. And like my cats are acting super crazy. They hadn't knocked anything over. I couldn't find it. But also this morning at like 6 a.m., my cats were just like all over the bed, like going crazy. And I was the only one affected because my husband said he didn't notice. And now they're acting crazy, and my dogs were acting so needy. And I was even like, maybe it's my energy, you guys. Huh. Wow. Oh, that's what this is. This is the energy. This is taking a look at your energy and how it's affecting the spaces around you. Very interesting. Let's clear that air. And also, I'm getting to go play frequencies on the TV. So I'm going to pause the video again. This reading is so weird. How many times have I paused now? So pausing again. So this is a perfect example of following your intuition. I paused the video to go play a frequency, immediately felt better in my house. Then when I put the controller back down, I saw that my earpiece was still laying on the table from last night. My cats could easily knock that off and it could be lost. So I went to go put it up. I go put it up and I see my singing bowl. And inside my singing bowl has my sage, some black sage actually. So I am going to now light this black sage to clear some of this energy. I also would like to, because today is the full moon, so I would like to release whatever negative or toxic attachments I have or that have attached themselves to me. I release them now. I cut all ties from those energetic cords. I call back my power from all timelines, all spaces. I release the need for these attachments. I release whatever attachment I have to these toxic ties. And I cut those energetic cords now. Fire. Fire is alchemizing, you guys. And fire will do what you want it to do. You just have to tell it what to do. I cleanse this space now. May the energy around me balance back out. May I have clarity on the imbalance and how I can come back into balance. Okay. And at this time, yes, that's beautiful. And at this time, I'm going to ring my Tibetan bell. was beautiful. For spacious skies and amber waves of grain. Okay, 16 on the timer here. Let's keep going. 9 of Cups. Look at this. Wish fulfillment. And I just used a bowl. And look at those bowls. So there is something here about aligning with the frequency of happiness that you're in the process of aligning to the frequency of happiness by doing things that make you happy and connecting with nature and spirit. And also I'm getting a lot of blue, which is the throat chakra, speaking your truth, saying out loud what you desire, putting it out to the universe, what you want, talking about it. Not that you lack it, but that the excitement you will have as these things come into your life. And that's the thing I'm getting that you've been kind of taught to visualize, but what I'm seeing the collective do is visualizing so specifically to the point that you're like trying to figure out how and when, and you fantasize about how things are going to happen, or you try to control how it could possibly happen. Let me tell you something right meow. There's no controlling how the universe can surprise you, okay? There's no controlling the energy of when things arrive to you, except by controlling your frequency and what's being magnetized to you at this time. And the way you do that is literally what I just showed you. Okay? And no, these are the beautiful aspects of healing, but what has happened is I feel like you've gotten to the point of healing. Gosh, you're so aware of time, man. Like you're so aware of time. That, and it's to the detriment of you. It's distracting. Time is distracting for you. So there's something here about just allowing the flow and trusting the divine timing of everything. So this is the beautiful aspect of healing, is being able to do the Tibetan singing bowl and play frequencies that help align you, saging your area. Those are fun, those are the cool parts. But the thing is, those are just ways, those are tools that you use to keep your frequency at a certain level. But that's not all it takes. Those are just tools to help, okay? A lot of what you have to do is so personal. There's no way even I or any other tarot or oracle reader could tell you. It's something you have to do yourself. Now, could they say the key words that you need to hear to get the idea or the drive to want to do some things like journaling or meditating or changing your habits, really being disciplined, forcing yourself to get up and do things that you don't necessarily feel like doing, letting yourself be vulnerable and cry, admitting to yourself that you've had a role in everything that's happened to you. That's the things, those are the uglier sides of healing, is all those truths. Everything about this healing process is true. It's just there's a shadowy side to healing and a light side to healing, and I feel you experiencing both. But you get to now engage with energies that you did before, but from a higher perspective, a higher stance of where you're coming from in life. You can look at people's lives and know exactly where they need to do healing at, but you understand that everybody has their own timing in their healing journey. So it's almost like you need to approach situations now knowing that you had to come through fire and water and wind and earth to get to where you are now, and they do too. Okay, they have to do the same thing, and it's truly up to them what they're willing to do in this lifetime. It's not up to you. I know you want to protect them, you want to love them into loving themselves. You can't do that. So there's something here about stepping back from trying to control someone's path, or trying to manipulate their path, or trying to make sure they go in a certain direction. You can't do that. You don't have that power, but there's something along the way that's made you feel like you have. But things keep happening to show you that you don't. And I know you're like, well, I see things that show me that it does. And yeah, okay. You may have some power for some time, but I see that there's almost this greediness of power over someone. Like, you really want to control what happens to them. You want to be a part of what happens to them. We've got 7 of Pentacles reversed. This is the energy I'm feeling right here. Is that instead of investing in yourself, you're putting so much energy into something else or someone else, or there's someone around you that's doing that. Because remember, at the beginning, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Okay, so this could be someone else around you that they're so busy watching you that they're not focused on themselves. Or this could be you. I feel so many aspects to this energy of whose it could be. So take what resonates with you. But I do feel 2233 on the timer that some people will struggle to think that they are doing that they're the ones being the smotherer. They're the ones being obsessed with somebody else's energy, you know? So again, with this full moon, you can release your attachment to that energy that makes you feel obsessed with someone. You can say, I release, I cut the tie that I have to that person. And you do that out of love for see, I am feeling my hair on my shoulder all of a sudden, and it's tickling me. And so that's why I feel I'm so drawn to tell the collective, you have an energetic tie to you that needs to be cut, because their energy is distracting. Their energy is toxic. It's leaning towards the toxic end of the spectrum. Even though they may have great love for you, their attachment to you is not it's not, it's hindering. See, I can't even think of the words. It's just hindering. It's a blocking kind of energy. That's why this came out reversed. So they want you to put energy into them instead of them putting energy into them. They want validation from you for some reason. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, my deck is upright. The star came out reversed. And remember at the beginning, I flipped everything over upright. So the star coming out reversed is someone has lost hope, I'm hearing. Like, totally lost hope in themselves, in their ability to overcome things, in their ability to find love. And I'm getting that this person has found love and validation, or has sought it, has spent their life seeking it from other outside sources, and never has actually gone within to figure out if you actually love you. If you loved you, would you be saying those things about yourself? If you loved you, would you be continuing that toxic pattern? You know, it's like that kind of thing. Like, you say you love who you are, but if you did, would you be doing that? Would you be acting that way? Would you be self-sabotaging? Would you be pushing away the people that try to love you? Would you be, you know, there's just like, yeah, okay, you may love yourself a little bit, but your self-love is at a point that it really needs to be taken a look at. And I'm feeling such harsh energy here. Almost like you know what? And I'm seeing universe. And your guides are at the point now, it's like, dude, make a decision. Do you want to be happy in this life or not? Okay? Because the path that you're taking right now, what you're showing is that you don't care. Is that you don't love yourself. You don't love the people around you. All you're wrapped up is in your little bubble of trauma, and everything is about you. And yes, it is. You're right. It is. But you're wanting that validation from the outside. If everything's about you, then why aren't you looking at you? You know? Why do we focus so much on outside things? Okay, Spirit, can we lighten up this energy? Plus, I need to go ahead and... Yeah, we're going to end there, actually. Okay, I'm going to end on a Bob Ross card. I think the message is very clear from Spirit that this is a time of really looking inward. Yeah, very clear. And getting rid of those energetic cords that are toxic and not for your highest good. That's the wording I was trying to find earlier, that they're not for your highest good. Whoever this is attached to you. They want to keep you down on their level. They don't want to see you rise up, because then it shows that it either shows what they could have done or could still do, but they don't believe it. That's why this is reversed. The Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. So this is a very, just very down on themselves energy, and they want to drag you down with them. Every painting is going to be different, and that's what makes it great. See? Whatever makes you happy, you put it in your world. Whatever makes you happy, you put it in your world. 4, 7. Just let go and fall like a little waterfall. Just let go. Let go of that attachment. Let go. From both ends, whichever role you are, let go. Focus on you. Focus on you. Okay? Love you guys. Sorry for that harsh, intense energy. It's just like, no more excuses. No more excuses. Let's do this. Focus on you. That's where the beauty comes in. That's where healing happens. You. Okay? All right. I'm here with you. Just know that. I'm very understanding of the hesitancy, of the denial, of the, I understand all of that completely, because I was there too. I'm still there in a lot of aspects. And that's why I'm just like, let's go, collective. We're better than this. We're better than this. Okay? All right. Bye, guys.